Hi everyone, and welcome to our forum. Thank you for being here. Our topic today is if you could have one superpower, what would it be and why? I'm the moderator for today. I'm Hanie.
I'm Amylia. I'm Sharvita.
I'm Izzahani.
And I'm Sofiyah.
Nice. So this forum is meant to be fun, creative, and open. There are no right or wrong answers. The idea is for each of us to share what superpower we'd like to have, explain a little about why, and maybe imagine how it would change our lives. We'll go one by one. I'll start first to give you an example, and then each one of you can share. After someone gives their answer, I'll ask one or two short follow-up questions so we can explore their idea a little bit more. By the end, we'll see how different or maybe even similar our choices are. So, for me, if I could have any superpower, I'd choose ice power, like Elsa from Frozen. The reason is because I think it'll be so much fun to be able to randomly create an ice castle, or when the weather is too hot, I could generate quick snow. And yeah, I think it'll be so much fun, and so that's mine. So Amy, if you have a superpower, would you want it to be able to help people or no?
If I had a superpower one day, I would definitely want it to be a superpower that could help other people around me. Because, in my personal opinion, that one superpower that I do want to have is teleportation. The idea of being able to travel instantly anywhere is so fascinating for me. So imagine waking up in the morning and then you feel like eating Italian food, and then within seconds you are sitting in Rome enjoying authentic pasta, or even wanting to see the Eiffel Tower. With a snap, I could be right there. This power wouldn't just make my life so much easier, it would also save so much time. Think about all the hours we spend in traffic, on buses, or waiting at airports. With teleportation, all that wasted time could be used for something meaningful, like maybe studying, spending time with our family, or even resting. Another reason I would love this power is for family and my family and relationships. Many people, including myself, have relatives or friends and family who live far away. So with teleportation, sometimes distance makes it hard for us to connect to see them often. So with teleportation, I think I could visit them anytime, even just for a short chat or even to celebrate special occasions. Besides personal help others, teleportation could also help in emergencies. For example, if there was a natural disaster, I could instantly appear and help to rescue people or bring them to safety. I could even teleport doctors and supplies to areas in need. So teleportation would not only serve me, but also serve the humanity. So for me, teleportation represents freedom, the freedom to connect to the world, and then to stay connected with my loved ones, and then also to make a difference with others.
That's a great choice. So what's the very first thing you do with that power?
I would definitely teleport to my friend's house because I miss them very much.
I see. Okay, so what about you, Iza?
If I could choose a superpower, I would choose invisibility. Why? Because, imagine I could disappear any moment I want. And the power of invisibility can give a lot of benefits in my life, like in my daily life, and in learning, and fun things, and even helping others. First of all, I think that being invisible can make my life much easier. Why? Because If I'm late to class, I could just sneak into the class without anyone noticing. I could also, like, if I'm feeling nervous or shy, I could just disappear until I'm ready to face others. And also, if I'm in danger, I could just instantly vanish to protect myself. So I think that if I have the power, I could be more safe and confident whenever I want. And next, invisibility is not only about hiding, it's also about discovery. Because with this power, I could enter any place, even restricted places such as grand libraries, museums, or maybe lab center where I can learn things up close. It's just like having a golden ticket to learning. I can see everything up close, and like for example, I'm learning history and I could see how the real archaeologists work in their field. So that shows that with this power, I could learn much more easier because I could experience something that not other students will have. And next, of course, invisibility is a fun power because I could play a silly, harmless prank on my friends like moving chairs or tapping on their shoulders without them noticing. And I could also sneak into a movie without anyone noticing for free. And for party, I could surprise them. I could make them laugh with this power. So with the power of invisibility, no days will be boring. And after that, most importantly, the power of being invisible could help others. For example, I can like prevent crimes with like catching thieves or finding proof and information without anyone noticing. So I could do like making other people safe without asking for attention or reward. So in conclusion, I think that invisibility is the best power because it gives me freedom, protection, knowledge, fun, and the ability to help others.
Yeah, but if you could only use it for only once a day, would you still choose that power?
Yes, because I think that even if I use it only once a day, it's still worth it. It's still gonna make my life so much easier.
I see. Okay, so for you, Sharvita, what is your take?
My choice in superpower is time controlling. I believe time controlling is one of the most fascinating superpowers because it can change everything about life and history. I can pause time where I could freeze everything around me and I could also keep moving. For example, this can be used during a surgery where doctors need to take the most challenging decision to save the patient's life, where the patient should be safe. Other than that, I think by having this power, I could also rewind time. By rewinding time, I can fix my mistakes, correct my bad choices that I made in the past, and relive my happy moments with my loved ones. I could also avoid accidents or disasters by going back and changing events that gave a huge negative impact on me and people around me. And I believe that scientists could repeat their experiment until they succeed without any life loss. Other than that, with this superpower, I could also fast forward time, which means I can skip boring or painful situations where I don't need to wait in long lines, healing from sickness, and many more. By doing this, farmers could also fast forward crops to grow instantly and solve food shortages.
Nice. Would you use it for more fun or to help others?
I would definitely use it to help others. I think it will be beneficial to everyone. I believe that I won't misuse this superpower if I have it, and will always use it to help people around me.
Yes. Okay. Finally, Sophie, what is your choice?
As for the last, the power of healing. Personally, I think that health is the most valuable thing in life. So without a good health, you can't do much thing in life. You can achieve success, you can enjoy life happily, and even you can live comfortably. So if I have the power to heal people, they can enjoy their life better and avoid so many misfortune in their life. So generally, let's think about how many people suffer in this life. Some others people might fight for the serious disease like heart cancer, failure kidney, and like heart attack. Yes. So if I have the ability to cure them, and not to mention that others might face mental depression, anxiety, and that's so common for us as a Gen Z. So if I have the ability to cure people, wouldn't it be so wonderful? They can vanish all the worries and think happily after I cure them. So I think about how wonderful it is to be if no child has to cry because of the sickness, and no one will cry, and no family has have to lose their loved one too soon, as early as 8 years old. Because I think loss the person that we love the most is the most painful thing you will ever experience. So with the ability that I can heal people, we can avoid that. So, and I believe this power would not only benefit my family and my friends, this also can help my society too. So imagine during disasters like earthquake, floods, or even accidents, hospital may be full, doctors may be late, and medicine can be lack of stocks. So with healing power, I could help victims immediately. What could be greater than helping someone and give and save a lot of lives? So I also can travel to poor countries where people who cannot afford treatment, and I can heal them for free. No need to give me a charge. So can you imagine the smiles on their faces when all the pain disappears? Yes, it is so fascinating for me. But also, however, I also realize that every power comes with responsibility. If I heal everyone without limits, people might be so careless and not so being careful whenever life taking them into dangerous. So they might eat unhealthily and taking unnecessary risks because they know I could heal them. So would it? And medicine can be lack of stocks. So with healing power, I could help victims immediately. What could be greater than helping someone and give and save a lot of lives? So I also can travel to poor countries where people who cannot afford treatment, and I can heal them for free. No need to give me a charge. So can you imagine the smiles on their faces when all the pain disappears? Yes, it is so fascinating for me. But also, however, I also realize that every power comes with responsibility. If I heal everyone without limits, people might be so careless and not so being careful whenever life taking them into dangerous. So they might eat unhealthily and taking unnecessary risks because they know I could heal them.
So, would it really help them in a long run if they don't know how to protect of themselves? So, that's why I would use this power of healing only on serious cases, while also reminding people on prevention and healthy living. And for the conclusion, Hanie, the power of healing is not only just about curing sickness, but also about spreading love and compassion. It teaches us to care for one another and to value life more and not having the suicidal thought. And in short, the healing power is truly a blessing because it is not only for myself but also for the society and for my lovely ones and family. So if I had it, I would really dedicate my life to helping others and making the world a better place, more kinder and more peaceful. After all, isn't healing is the greatest thing we could ever had? Yeah.
Fantastic. So, do you imagine your power being more magical or something scientific, like technology based?
I think my power is more like a magical, as I would vanish all the pains in just 1 second using my hand. So it is more magical, I think.
Yeah, that would be nice. So, thank you everyone for sharing. We've heard so many different superpower ideas today, like invisibility, teleportation, and what I really like is that each of us imagined using our powers in unique ways, whether for ourselves, for fun, or to help others. Even though we don't have superpowers in real life, this reminds us that everyone already has their own strengths and talents that makes a difference. So in a way, we each do have something special that makes us powerful. So that wraps up our forum. Thanks again for joining and sharing your ideas. It was fun to imagine together. Thank you.